Hey, and shalom. So, kicking it off, the King James Bible University is a place of learning dedicated solely to what thus saith the Lord, our God. The KJBU is not connected to, affiliated with, nor associated with any Christian camp, denomination, or etc. organization. We stand exclusively on the 1611 King James Bible with the Apocrypha, the books that were removed from between Malachi and Matthew, and all teachings, whether from elders, deacons, or brethren, are grounded strictly in the instructions and truth found within that text alone. Our focus remains on rightly dividing the word of truth as it is written, without addition, subtraction, or outside influence of other worldly doctrines, but they hold as truth. So, picking back up, made perfect, whole, part 2. Last time on Made Perfect, we saw the woman with the blood issue say, I shall be whole, in Mark 5:28, declaring and then doing something about it to work toward salvation. Then we saw that all things should be done decently and in order at 1 Corinthians 14:40, applying that to swapping over from the carnal way of life to the spiritual life at Exodus 21:24, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, the logistics or logical approach, evenly spreading the load to not damage, hinder the life of the vessel, 100% crossover. But your feet gotta get wet to cross a river, right? Yeah. And finally, at Matthew 9:29, then touched he their eyes, understanding, saying, according to your faith be it unto you. So, again, gotta get your feet wet to cross the river. So, picking back up. With that, it's time to start the daily journey, following JEHOVAH, keeping our desires toward the right lane in this foot race as a eunuch servant, while combating this flesh as we examine our path moving forward in life. Everyday decision, day by day. #Marvel. So let's get into it. And we are going to kick it off, and here we go. Kick it off at Matthew 24 and 13 over here on the left. If I can get this to zoom in. There we go. And it reads, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Oh, this is a staple. We're going to hold this one throughout this entire journey. Endure unto the end. So, from here, we are going to go to the appointed by JEHOVAH, Jeremiah 7:1, 2, and 3. And come on, work with me. And where we go? Jeremiah 7:1, 2, and 3. And it reads, the word, that instruction, that came to Jeremiah from the Spirit of God, saying, verse 2, stand in the gate of the Spirit of God's house. That gate ties to a door, the opportunity, the access point, the passage, the transition, the boundary, holding on to the passage of the Spirit of God's house, His temple, us, continuing and proclaim, preach, declare, but we are gonna run it, preach, declare, evangelize. There, this word, this instruction, this seed, talk, speech, saying, there we go, passed it 2 times. This seed, this scripture, this teaching, this prophecy, and say, hear the word of the Spirit of God, all ye of Judah, praise, that enter in at these gates, this passage, to worship the Spirit of God. 3. Thus said the Spirit of God of hosts, and those hosts, messengers. But let's get to it. Oh, hosts. What else? And with up, Spirit of God of bands, spirits. Messengers. There we go. The guide of Israel, servants of JEHOVAH, amend your ways and your doings, and I will cause you to dwell in this place, because he wants us to stand in the gate and say this, and they'll be able to dwell in this place. So to amend, let's back this bus up. Means to do good, reform, correct, repair, restore, and heal, please, do well. But reform your ways and your doings. Side note, looking at verse 2, that every person, every person is a gate, right? That means the exits to the King's highway is every person on earth not operating according to JEHOVAH in spirit and in truth. Billions. Anywho, pushing forward, gonna head over to Hebrews 12 and 9. And it reads, furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh, which corrected us, and we gave them reverence, respect, reverence to fathers of the flesh, clarification. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? And to be subjected under subjection to JEHOVAH, under the government of JEHOVAH. From here, gonna head over to our next book, James 1 and 26. So, this is for those, well, I'll just read it. James 1 and 26. If any man, male or female, among you, us, seem to be religious and bridleth, let's run it. And bridle, restrain, not his tongue, his custom, practice, traditions, but deceiveth his own heart. His own conscience, spirit, mind, will, desire, reasoning, faith, and belief. This man's religion, practice, custom, tongue is vain, worthless. It's jangling. Empty, worthless, wasted. Falsehood. How will we know? Famous question. It was the one I had coming in. Saw things, but wasn't quite sure. Just knew something was not like the other. So, heading over to Matthew 7 and 20. This is how we will know. Wherefore, Matthew 7 and 20, and it reads, Wherefore, by their fruits, their works, their doings. But, I like to run it. This actually helps me to remember. Hopefully that's the same for you as well. Fruit from, their work, what they produce from labor, their offspring, what they are yielding. So wherefore by their produce from labor, ye shall know them. So, what does this look like in action? For this, we are going to head over to not the very beginning, but not too far from it. Genesis. And we're going to be looking at Genesis 4:3. Let me go down a little bit. And it reads, And in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought forth the fruit, that work, produce from labor, of the ground, so of the people, the nation, an offering unto the Lord, the Spirit of God, my Father. Continuing, for and Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock, those firstlings, his firstborns, his offspring, sacrifices that establish covenant, oblations, his dedications, and his heave offering, his devotion, his thanksgiving. So, not things from the ground, but things from the Spirit. And I'll start that over. For and Abel, He also brought of the firstlings of his flock, and of the fat thereof. And that fat, that's an abundance. And 4 hits. Okay, I can go through this. And the richness, the abundance, the prosperous part. And the Lord, the Spirit of God, had respect unto Abel and to his offering. 5. But unto Cain, bringing the works of the ground. Up at verse 3. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. You mad or not? So, bringing forth works of the ground, things of the world, carnal things versus spiritual things. These fruits. And and these fruits, as we know, but if not, we're going to learn today. Galatians 5, which this wasn't even in here, but these works, fruits, labors of the ground are the works of the flesh. Looking at Galatians 5:19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which this is how we will know them, by their fruit. And that was Matthew 7:20. Wherefore by their fruits you shall know them. Galatians 5:19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness. Continuing down. However, sake of time, not going to go through all. Continuing, this referring to Cain, these are the types of eunuchs, servants, that will tell anybody that it is mandatory to routinely worship God, JEHOVAH, in a building, and he will visit you there. What you say? You get out of here. You're done. Why? 2 Peter. Bah. Okay. About to go the wrong way. 17. Because this is who they are. 2 Peter 2:17. These are wells without water, knowledge, clouds that are carried with a tempest, complete thought. Let's run wells. Bah. Fountains. Sources of water. And nobody wants to drink. A lot of people out there want to drink that water, but not us. So these fountains, that flowing water. Hits. Bottomless pits for that. There we go. Those pools, they're generally stagnant. Continuing to Peter 2:17, to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever. Add a little more to it. Heading over to Isaiah. Almost there. 59:7. This is what they do. Isaiah 59:7. Their feet, their desire, run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Lifestyles. Clarification. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. And of infirmity, weakness, serpents, creeping things, corruption. But let's get directly to iniquity. Sin, unrighteousness, wickedness, evil, corruption. These are their thoughts. Continuing, wasting and destruction are in their paths. A little more. Ezekiel. Mm-mm-mm-mm. 16:31. Wrong one. There we go. Okay. Ezekiel 16:31. Ooh, okay. Gonna stick with it. And it reads, and that thou buildest, they make thine eminent place in the head of every way. Before we go too far, what's that eminent place? Wrong one. Okay. Moving too fast. Their famous, exalted, distinguished place. What they call a church building or clubhouse or synagogue or whatever made with hands. Gonna get to that first in a moment. And again, and that thou buildest thine eminent place in the head of every way, and makest thine high place in every street. Complete thought. And has not been comparing as an harlot, and that thou scornest higher. (32) But as a wife, thou committeth adultery, which taketh strangers instead of her husband! Exclamation point. A little closer. Operators and dwellers, servants, eunuchs, of these eminent places, church buildings, synagogues, clubhouses, doghouses on earth that know and understand. Why doghouses? Revelations. So no smoke and mirrors there. Revelations 22. Oh, this thing is sensitive. Okay, here we go. And it reads, Revelations 22. Blessed, wise are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whoever loveth and maketh a lie. Close them doors. And What do they love to lie about? Oh, this place is holy. This is where you want to be. We serve God. Mm-hmm. Praise the Lord is what they enjoy to say. But then close them doors. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Ah, waiting on this to buffer. While we're waiting, we all know what they like to say and what they like to do in those buildings. But what they don't bring up in those buildings is this. Acts 7:48 through 51. It's interesting. They don't like to talk about this. And it reads, Howbeit, the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands. Complete thought. As, comparing, said the prophet. 49. Heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool. Clarification. What house will you build me? Question. Said the Lord. Spirit of God. Clarifying. Or what is the place of my rest? Question. 50. Had not my hand made all these things? Question. 51. You stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears. You do always resist the Holy Ghost, as your fathers did, so do you. Mm, 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 mm. That's why dog houses. And you want to come to the Most High's house, shaking that dirty water of your fur on his clean robe. You're done. Get out of here, Eve. But take this with you. Hebrews 9:24. Soon as I can get down. For Christ, JEHOVAH, is not entered into the holy places made with hands, which are the figures of truth. Complete thought. Back this bus up. And we are going to be looking at figure. The image, the interpretation, the similitude, the parable, the form, the shape, the appearance of truth. But into heaven itself now to appear in the presence of God for us. Put a little more to it. Acts. Oh, I'm all in the Apocrypha. There we go. 7, or actually 17, because I hit 7. And 24. And it reads, God that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands. So, did it backwards. It's supposed to be 7:48. I got it right. Okay. Goodness. Okay. I'm really off script. But here we go. Now, pushing forward. So we know that he's not there. So that begs the question, which he's already said it, but for those that want to read it, where he is, 1 Corinthians 3:16-17. And it reads, 1 Corinthians 3:16-17. Know ye not, that you, me, are the temple of God, and including that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? Question: if providing any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. Complete thought. And yeah, gonna keep pushing. For the temple of God is holy, which temple you are. 18. Let no man deceive himself, which we saw earlier they like to do. Deceive themselves. Bringing forth these works of the ground, such as Cain. Let's add some weight to the bar. We're heading over to Exodus 21, 22, and 23. And it reads, And the Lord, the Spirit of God, said unto Moses, Thus thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, the servants of JEHOVAH, those that strive with JEHOVAH, contend with JEHOVAH. You have seen that I have talked with you from heaven. 23. You shall not make with me idols, gods, lowercase g, idols, which, let's get it up. 195? Okay. Let's skip. There we go. Right? Shall not make with me, Spirit of God speaking, gods, idols of silver, neither shall ye make unto you gods, idols of gold. Silver, gonna back this bus up and tying us to mammon, women, females. Yeah, some people think wisdom is an idol. Especially these camps think they know it all. Betrayal, words, things of the world, material wealth and material possessions turned into an idol. Now we're also going to look at gold. Going too fast. Ooh, gotta lay off this coffee. A little jittery here. Here we go. Okay. So not of silver or gold, and the gold being men, worldly wealth. That's substance. Ooh, that goes so deep. Okay. That's a different string right there to pull. But yeah, no idols of worldly things. Don't know about y'all, but what I hear is, I've read the Bible, and they're telling me, talking, not proving. They're telling me, but really convincing themselves what Jehovah says. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He'll visit you in the building. Interesting. Our instructions for such things as that situation. Leviticus 11:43, and it reads, "You, y'all, me, shall not make yourselves abominable, false, abominable, odious, loathsome, detestable." Ooh, it's getting strong. Hateful, idolatrous, unclean, abhor. Ooh, lewdness, again, detestable. Back to it, with any creeping thing that creepeth, neither shall ye make yourselves unclean with them, that you should be defiled thereby. So we gotta move away when a dog gets to shaking that rain off their fur. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. He'll visit you in the building. Blasphemous creeping thing. Ah, man. Let's look at this creeping thing. Oh, look at that. They're trying to be stealthy and slide it in. He'll visit you in the building. Sitting here lurking. And let's look at lurk. A snare. Prowling. Crouching down. And what is that snare? Oh, Psalms 10 and 8. Ah, this is what that snare is. As they crouching down, sitting there. Huh? He sitteth in lurking places of the villages among the people, and the secret places, concealed places, doth he murder the innocent. Clarification. His eyes, understandings, are privily set against the poor. Needy, afflicted, lowly. They are causing the affliction. The simple, barren, unfruitful. They are causing it, and this is what they are. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Anywho, God will visit you in the building. Creeping snares. So, let's add one more to this. Sirach. This came to mind. 31 and where was it? Okay. It's this 31 and 7. It is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it. What? That building, that path, that way of life. And every fool shall be taken therewith. Why? Because lock them doors. Look, Adam, Psalms. What is happening here? Okay. Mm-hmm. 1. Psalms 1:1. Blessed, wise is the man, male or female, that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way, that path, not blocking, well, trying to block them, but walking with them, nor standeth in the way of sinners. So not walking side by side with them, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Uh, oh, um, okay, so what is, let's check the scornful. Okay, so what it is to scorn, to deride, laughed, so mocking. Let's get to it. 13 hits. Oh, it ties to blasphemy. Yep, to despise, hate, but that's an important one right there. Ties to blasphemy. And yeah, being a false witness, spoken against one willful contradiction of the truth. Oh, facts. He will visit you in the building. And I already saw the verses as it was clearly explained. God does not dwell in buildings. Acts 7:48 and 17:24 were expressed. So at that point, blaspheming, slandering, dishonoring, speaking evil of, lying. You're done. Psalms 7:10. My defense is God, Yahweh, JEHOVAH, which saveth the upright in heart, desire, mind, faith, belief. Faith and belief, mind, transformation. Yeah, it has been. In my will, life, desire, and reasoning. I'm not even going to get into that one right now. That's a whole nother string to pull. Oh, continuing, adding a little more to it. All of this has really just been one long continuation. But Deuteronomy 13. What's happening now? 3. And it reads, Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet, or that dreamer of dreams. Clarification. For the Lord, the Spirit of God, your God, proveth you, to know whether ye love, promise the Spirit of God, the Lord, your God, guide with all your heart, faith, will, desire, reasoning, mind, and with all your soul. And from here, we are going to head over to wait. Okay. Dog it. Okay. Alright. What is this? Deuteronomy 13:3. Okay. Heading over to Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 2. Are we there yet? Yeah. 2:5. Okay, I'm starting to get a rhythm of this. And it reads that your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, churches, their servants, camps, those outside of the truth of Jehovah in operation of it, but in the power of God. JEHOVAH. Leviticus. Yeah, I'll keep it up here. Uh, 21 and 5. Okay, yeah, I was reading up here. Have it. Leviticus 21:5. They shall not make baldness. Who? Servants of JEHOVAH shall not make baldness upon their head. Gotta just pause it real quick. Yeah. And where is that's clearly HEAE? Hmm? Okay, it's going the wrong way now. Okay. There we go. Upon their crown, our crown, authority, our principle. Neither shall they shave, which, yeah, baldness, so diminish, that's perfect. Decrease, weaken, drop, thin. Yeah, yeah, diminishes, yeah. Neither shall they shave, neither shall they diminish off the corner, which is Jehovah's wisdom, of their beard, their covering, which again, Jehovah is our Jehovah is our covering. He's our beard, the robe, our shield. Doghead, that is sensitive. Shield, our respect, our wisdom, nor make any cuttings in their flesh, our covering. Ah, you know what? Wait, where am I right now? Okay. And our clothing, our raiment. So, we have that understanding, Adam, not overlooking a thing for anybody on earth, Jack. And I expect the same from everyone operating in the truth. And these are the breaks. Break it up, break it up, break it up. All the carnal foolishness. Isaiah got me worked up. Me worked up with coffee. Goodness. 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. Complete thought. Mm. Continuing. That put darkness, ignorance, for light, illumination, and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. God will visit you in the building. Hearing and understanding, yet God will visit you in the building. Comes out of their mouth. Lock them doors. Boy, got to look. Where am I going? All right. Luke 11. Got a left. Okay. 11 and 33. No man, male or female, when he had lighted a candle. Let's pause. Candle. Yeah, I know I like to know exactly what's being said. A lamp. That illumination, that light, that flame. Put it in a secret place, a concealed place, neither under a bushel. What's that bushel? An ephah, a measure, an omer. Okay. Under knowledge, because we have to get our omer daily. Wet measure, dry measure, omer. But it looks like homer. Okay. But on a candlestick, okay, on children of light. Oh goodness, I can't. Okay, children of light. So work of understanding, messengers of light. Okay, these angels, these eunuchs, these servants, that burning lamp, walking through the darkness, that they which come in may see the light. Hmm. Some are blinded by the light and still want to say God will visit you in the building. Don't let that ceiling fan fool you. That ain't no spirit moving in there. Well, it's a dark spirit, but okay. Do you do you? 34. The light of the body is the eye, the understanding. Clarification. Therefore, when thine eye, your understanding is single, the whole body is also is full of light, complete thought. But when thine eye, your understanding, is evil, thy body also is full of darkness. So, pushing forward, 35, gonna take it to 36. Take heed. And quick pause, because I did not hit this one. Okay. Give ear. Attend. Perceive. What did I just hit? Okay. Take heed. Take caution. Therefore, for that reason, that the light which is in thee be not darkness. 36. If, providing thy whole body, therefore, be full of light, having no part dark, the whole shall be full of light, as when the bright shining of a candle doth give the light. We are the light. Some. From here, we are going to head over to Proverbs 13 and 9. And it reads, the light of the righteous rejoiceth, clarifying, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. Like a flickering flame. You're done. And there's the smoke to his nose, to his eye. Moving forward, Romans. Slow down, Dwight. 16, 17. And it reads, now I beseech you, that's loud, brethren, kinsmen. Mark them. What? These are actually live searches. These so many words I have not looked up, and I'm really doing this for myself. But if any can learn along with me, here we go. This is why I do it. Mark. Okay, sign. Seal. Okay, it'll be a token. So record. Spot. Okay. So spot them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine, which ye, you, y'all, me, have learned. Because I definitely didn't learn that JEHOVAH will visit us in the building. Complete that. And avoid them. And actually, this dog it, where is it? Where is it? And also, I didn't check time. Uno momento. Oh, goodness. Okay. I went so far. Okay. Did not mean for it to run this long. Okay. Dog it. All right. Let's pack this up. Okay. Almost at the end for this portion anyway. Okay. So, 2 Timothy. Oh, they ran fast. Okay. 3. And we're going to go to 5. And it reads 2 Timothy 3 and 5 on the right. I ease that over. Nope. Okay. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. Back over to Romans 16:17 and avoid them. And bringing it back. Matthew, not 23, 24 and 13, just to end this portion. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved, as we are avoiding those gates for the King's Highway, avoiding those exits, all those not operating within the truth of JEHOVAH. So, with that, until the next time, which we are going to get into a little bit more on maybe the silent comforts of dealing with this foolishness. But until then, thank you, enjoy this ditty, and shalom.